Yo, Broncos country, are you ready for what's coming? Because Sunday is not just any game against the Giants. No, it's the the resurrection of a legendary defense that's going to leave this Giants rookie trembling in his boots. We're talking about a team that's going to dominate the Empower Field at Mile High in a way you'll never forget. But before we dive into this battle, let me show you what the experts are predicting for this epic showdown. Stick with me because the analysis I'm about to share is going to blow your mind. Check this out. Denver Broncos family, the team of experts from the Denver Gazette, has weighed in and brought their evaluations for Sunday's game against the New Yorkers. And let me tell you, the predictions are practically unanimous. When it comes to one result, the Broncos are going to win. But it's not just about winning, you feel me? It's about how it happens. It's about dominating on all fronts, especially on the one that has always been the heart of the Denver Broncos. Let's start with Paul Klee, who is betting on a score of Broncos 17, Giants 13. Now, why is that so special? Because he brought to mind something that a lot of people forgot or never experienced. That championship Super Bowl wasn't won by a high-powered offense. It wasn't Peyton Manning working magic on the offensive side that made all the difference. You know what it was? Defense. Brutal defense. Suffocating defense. That no-fly zone that became known for stopping anything the opponent tried to do. And guess what? We're seeing that come back now in this 2025 season. This defense being built is something special. Something that reminds you of those glorious times. Klee is sitting at 5 wins and 1 loss, so the guy knows what he's talking about. Chris Schmadeke goes even more aggressive. He's predicting Broncos 20, Giants 12. And let me explain why. He directly compares this 2025 defense to that 2015 defense. Think about that. This isn't a random comment. This is a recognition that the defensive quality we're seeing now is comparable to that golden era. But there's more. Schmadeke predicts that Patrick Surtain, who is the Defensive Player of the Year, the best defensive player in the league, is going to put on a totally dominant show. Just imagine, Jackson Dart, the Giants rookie, is going to try to challenge Surtain at some point, and it's going to turn into a pick six. Yes, you heard that right. An interception returned for a touchdown. That's the level of confidence the experts have in this defense. Schmadeke is sitting at 3 wins and 3 losses in his prediction record. Chris Thomason brings a really interesting perspective. Broncos 24, Giants 13. This guy is connecting the dots in a creative way. He talks about the fact that the Broncos just beat the Jets last week, and now comes the Giants. 2 New York teams in consecutive weeks. If they manage to win this game, it's practically like claiming the championship of New York, or at least the New Jersey region, since both teams play there. But Thomason also brings a crucial detail. Dart has shown himself to be competent in his first 3 starts. The rookie isn't a disaster. But here's the question everyone's thinking. The Denver Broncos defenders literally salivate a rookie quarterback. You remember what happened in the opening game? Cam Ward, the first overall draft pick, that generational talent, was sacked 6 times. 6 in that game against Tennessee. Now imagine what's going to happen with a Dart who's still way greener than Ward. Thomason is sitting at 4 wins and 2 losses. Mark Kiszla comes with a touch of humor and absolute confidence. Broncos 24, Giants 13. Exactly the same score as Tomas. Kiszla describes Dart as young and full of confidence, full of himself. But then, he jokes, saying that Dart doesn't want any part of that smoke he's going to find in Denver. And then Kiszla brings a lightness that makes any Broncos country fan laugh. He makes a reference to Aqib Talib, the defensive legend, who will be in the stadium. And here comes the joke. Watch out for that chain around your neck, Jackson. Aqib might snatch it. That's the kind of confidence you see when someone really believes in their team's superiority. Kiszla is sitting at 5 wins and 1 loss. This guy is an expert. Finally, we have Kyle Fredrickson, who is betting on Broncos 17, Giants 13. Fredrickson brings a raw, unfiltered truth. He says it doesn't need to be pretty. Denver might be struggling to find rhythm on the offensive side. The offense's performance might not be spectacular. But you know what matters? The Broncos are going to be saved by a monster defense. And Fredrickson adds a profound reflection. Winning is a skill. And the Denver Broncos are learning how to do it, are developing this winning mentality. It goes way beyond the numbers on the scoreboard. Fredrickson is sitting at 4 wins and 2 losses. Yo, Broncos country, you're seeing the pattern here? All 5 experts, without exception, are predicting victory for Denver. The scores vary a little bit, but the conclusion is always the same. Broncos win, Giants lose, and all the analyses point to the same main reason. The defense being built on this team is truly special. Let's think about the tactical details for a moment. Dart is a rookie, yes. He's been functional in his first starts, but functional and dominant are 2 completely different things. When you face the defensive wall the Broncos are putting together with Surtain as the star, with Talib present as a living symbol of defensive excellence for this franchise with an entire scheme designed to smother the opposing offense, things get exponentially harder. A rookie isn't prepared for this intensity. A rookie doesn't have enough experience to process the reads and escape the pressure consistently. And what about Denver's offense? Fredrickson touched on an important point. The offense might not always be at its best. There might be moments of lacking rhythm, of struggling to find the patterns, but that doesn't matter when your defense is literally destroying the opposing team. When you can win with your strong defensive side, even if the offense isn't totally in sync, that shows a well-built, well-balanced, and mature team. That's the pattern the Broncos are developing. That's the identity being forged. Winning in different ways. Winning when everything is working perfectly, and winning when just one facet of the team is dominating. That's what championship teams do. And let me tell you something that's going to get you even more hyped. The fact that all these experts are comparing this current defense to that legendary 2015 defense isn't a coincidence. It's not just hype. It's a recognition of quality, of excellence, of a standard being reached again. That defense won a Super Bowl. That defense stopped the biggest offenses in the league. And now we're seeing the building blocks of something similar happening. Again in Denver. The Giants come to Denver as a team with a rookie quarterback who's still proving he can function in this league, who's still learning the rhythms and secrets of professional football. And Denver has a golden opportunity to show exactly what this defense can do against a target. That's vulnerable. If you're really Broncos country, go subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss any play from this epic season, because Sunday is going to be special, and you need to be plugged in to follow every play, every sack, every interception our defense is going to rip from the Giants. Subscribe right there. Hit that notification bell. Now tell me, Denver Broncos family, with all these predictions pointing to a dominant victory, how do you see this game? Do you believe the defense is going to dominate completely? Do you think Dart can pull off a surprise, or is it just another day going up against Denver's defensive wall? Drop your predictions in the comments below. This conversation is ours. It's for the Denver Broncos family. And hey, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, with your family, with anyone who's truly passionate about real football, because quality content deserves to be shared. And we want everyone to know that Denver Broncos is back, is building something special, is creating a team that's going to be expected in the coming years. See you in the next video, Broncos country. May Sunday be glorious for our family. May the defense be brutal. May the empower field shake with the sound of our crowd. See you soon.